So you would not believe how many people have asked me what's going to happen with this Trump presidency. What's going to happen for the next 4 years? Is it going to be civil war? Is it going to be the worst we've ever seen? Like, what's really going to happen? The first time it was bad, but we made it. I mean, some people didn't make it because a lot of people passed away because of COVID. But I mean, yeah, it was bad. So the question is it going to be bad again? I think that's what people really want to know, and how bad, if I can see that. So we're going to just see what we saw. What we saw. We're going to see what we can see. My name is QueenAusetHeru, and thank you for joining me for another wonderful edition of Ask an Aquarius. If you haven't already, please hit the red subscribe button and smack the bell. Also, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and pass it on to anyone and everyone who might like it too. Please drop us a positive comment in the comment section. And let me see. If you want to get you want to get your own reading done, please email me or hit me up. My information will be underneath this video. You're also going to find the name of the deck. This is called the United States of Tarot, created by Elena Lee McCoon. So I'm gonna use this deck, and I'm gonna use one other one, and I will put the links to both of those if I can find them underneath this video. And if I don't have a link, I'll just put the name. Okay. All right. So let's get started. All right. So I asked about what's going to be going on. This is the first year. This is the second year of his presidency. This is the third year of the presidency, and this here is going to be the fourth year, but it doesn't fit on the counter, so we're going to leave it to the side for a second. The first year we got the Prince. Let's turn it around so we can read it. We got the Prince of Swords reversed. That's the first one. So what does it mean for our Prince of Swords to be reversed? That means that the first year Donald is going to be acting really nutty. that's a real nutty vibration, because if you think about it, the Prince of Swords reversed. The swords are communication, conversations. So he's going to have a lot of strange things to say. And he's always like this. So I'm not surprised at this. He's going to say a lot of weird things. Like this whole thing about the Gulf of America. It just, what? Buying Greenland. He always says some weird stuff. And that's going to continue. Arguments being irrelevant. The other day, somebody told me that, I thought it on Facebook, as a matter of fact. Some bishop had did a Catholic, I think it was a Catholic ceremony, and they were all there, and she asked him specifically to have mercy on people. Immigrants, I think, was one of the peoples that she said, but she asked him basically just to have mercy, and he threw a whole fit and wants her to apologize and all this crap. And I was just like, over asking you to have mercy? You could say yes or no and move on. Like, are you serious? Strange, very strange thing to happen. So it's going to be a lot of that throughout 2025. A lot of irrelevant, a lot of arguing, a lot of stupid stuff out of his mouth, a lot of embarrassing things with other countries, a lack of diplomacy, a lack of communication, hiding information. It's going to be all of that going on this year. Next year, 2026, we got the Eight of Pentacles. Let me see. What is our Eight of? Is that? No, it's the Eight of Swords. Okay, we got the Eight of Swords again reversed. So the Eight of Swords reversed. Look at that card. He's going to be trying to get out of and get other people out of stuff. He's been doing this. He's been pardoning those people from January 6th. So anybody that's a friend of his, anybody in a suit that's a friend of his, and notice men particularly, he's going to be getting them out of binds. He's going to be calling in favors. It's things along those lines. It doesn't really surprise anybody. That's something that, presidents do that. They do it in the positive and in the negative. It just depends on the situation. By the third year, he will have made the Republicans and other rich people so much money by gaslighting. Alternative facts is gaslighting, propaganda, America First propaganda, and he's going to make his friends a lot of money. You see that Wheel of Fortune? That's money hand over fist. That's why the people that are rich that voted for him, especially the companies and the corporations, because he is going to make them a lot of money, and they know that. And look at this one, more money. That's the fourth year. So the fourth year, more money. I mean, these people gonna be laughing all the way to the bank. Seriously. But something's gonna go on with Melania in that fourth year. They're not saying exactly what that might be. It could just be her divorcing him and taking all his money because she looks like sometimes, or she might just be spending a lot of money because she looks like she done bought a gilded cage and she done bought a tiger. Like, it's just going to be a lot of that going on. Interesting that she comes up in that vibration, but also he's going to be, the Empress makes money and is very fertile. So he's going to, again, make rich people, other rich people, that look like him, he's going to make them a lot of money. That's the fourth year. Let's look at our clarity cards. A lot of indecision and a lot of bad decisions. Wow. Okay. So a lot of indecision, a lot of bad decisions. Um. Yeah. That's pretty much all that vibration is given. Difficulty making the right decision, and it's crazy because he has all these advisors. So it's like, listen to the smart people that you hired. The Five of Swords also tells us that there's going to be a lot of fighting, a lot of arguing, a lot of gossiping. It's going to be a very catty, it's going to be a very catty time. That Five of Swords right here indicates him bullying people. We just saw him trying to bully the president of Colombia, and they got into a little bit of a back and forth. So it's going to be more of that. It's going to be more of this vibration. So I don't really see anything different than we all pretty much expected, to be honest with you. Let me take a look at this and see. What is this one? All right, this is how Trump is going to be. This is his energy. That one, that one, that one. This is going to be his energy throughout the 4 years. And I have two clarity cards right here. Was this the energy cards? Yeah, I think those are the energy cards. Let me see. Yes, those are. Okay, so our energy cards here, like what his energy is going to be like throughout this time period, tells us that number one, let's see the first card, the Hermit reversed. The Hermit is supposed to be reflective. The Hermit is supposed to be introspective. When a Hermit is reversed, he's not. So the Hermit is not listening. He's not being introspective, not listening to himself, first of all. That's one of the things that's really important with the Hermit. So he's not really listening to himself, and he's not really listening to others, because the Hermit also seeks knowledge. So he's pretty much just not gonna, it's like, what is he even following? The Hermit is supposed to be following the lantern and going towards the light. When he's reversed, he's not going towards the light. So he's pretty much going to do whatever he wants. That's really what that vibration is giving us. The Chariot is the second card. So he's going to be blazing towards victories, whatever he sees as a victory. He always thinks in winning and losing. That's his mindset. And he's going to be trying to win more money, win more favor, win more clout, win more accountability. He's going to not accountability, that's the wrong word, but he's going to be constantly trying to win more things. He's very competitive in that way, and I can't hate him for that. That's a good thing, to be ambitious. But in his particular case, he doesn't care about what that ambition does to other people, what happens around him. He's just going to blaze forward. That's what this card is about. And he's going to, and see how them two different horses are right here? It's always going to be difficult for him to figure out what to do. He's going to be constantly scrambling to figure out what to do. And like I said before, he needs to listen to his advisors, but the Hermit doesn't do that. The outcome card is the breakdown of the old for the new. This is the Tower card. Something's gonna happen. This is the outcome. The Tower card is a chaotic, dramatic upheaval. This could be riots. this could be calls to arm. I mean, this could be, this could be real big problems. Breakdown of the old, when the tower crumbles down, it's because people are really fighting. So we can see a lot of like fighting. It could just be online. It could be rioting. It's going to be a lot of that kind of vibration. So it's going to be a lot of chaos, is what I'm saying. And then we see the same thing here. Look at this. This is the moon card, right? Reversed. So this is going to be like secrets being kept. Some of them are going to come out because this is the other side of the moon. So some of these secrets are going to come out. There's going to be a lot of lunacy. It's going to be crazy. I'm gonna just keep it all the way real with y'all. It's going to be crazy. It isn't the absolute worst that it could possibly be, but it's not great. And the American people are right here. Look at this. Peep this. American people are the Ten of Cups reversed. So that means he's not going to really try to do much for the average person. The average, look at these people. These are average people. This is me and you. Average people sitting on our porch playing with our dog, trying to get the price of eggs below $9. This is us. And we're not going to get that from him. He might do something because remember, he likes to throw around stimulus checks and things like that. Donald is always trying to gaslight. So he's going to try to do things to make it look like he's helping, to make it look like he's doing things, but he's really just going to be tearing apart families. People going to lose their jobs. It's going to be stuff like that. A lot of families are going to suffer because of this situation. And we all talked about like wanting eggs to go down, wanting the economy to be better. That could happen in certain ways as far as the economy is concerned, but he's not going to be purposely trying to help the little people. If the little people get a leg up, it's either to gaslight or it's because the big people, the people the millionaires that he is actually looking out for, because they trickled it down in some kind of way. But it's not going to be a focus. He's not really going to be trying to help the little people. So the little people, those of us who are in the 99%, are going to have to basically fend for ourselves. And that's probably why there's so much upheaval, as you saw in that tower card. Because the more things he does, look at this. The more things that he does that are, upsetting to American people, the more you're going to see people getting upset. Seven of Wands. This is our first card. Now, these cards are telling us how are the American people going to respond? Some of them are going to fight. The Seven of Wands. That means some people are going to protest unfair treatment, either legally. It could be actual protests, like sit-ins, riots, peaceful or not. You could have that kind of stuff going on. Some people, I ain't gonna say the average, I'm gonna say some people are going to fight, especially people who are in a position of government. There are some people that are going to straight up stand up to him constantly throughout this time, which is what you really want to do. If something is happening that's unfair, you want to fight against it, because when you roll over and just let it happen, that makes it worse. What else are the American people going to do? A lot of people are going to lose money. People keep talking about how they're going to make money. A lot of people are going to lose money. Ten of Pentacles is a loss of money and problems with family. Again, Ten of Cups, Ten of Pentacles, family, problems with the families. So a lot of people are going to have problems because they've lost money in some kind of way. It could be because they, lost their job, because of these different policies that are coming up out of the woodwork. And a lot of people have already, whole departments are being told they're going to be shut down. So this is going to be really, really rough. You're going to see a lot of this on the internet. The Eight of Wands is about the internet. So you're going to see a lot of people arguing, which you already have. A lot of people arguing on the internet. A lot of people unhappy on the internet. A lot of people talking about this on the internet. I see it all day long. From different news programs, people posting things. It's going to be more and more of that. That's how the people are going to respond. Let's see. Prince of Cups. Most people are going to be very unhappy. Even some of the people that voted for him are going to be very unhappy. Our Prince of Cups is reversed. So that's when people have bad feelings about something, or sad feelings, or hurt or upset feelings. I saw Selena Gomez crying That's a perfect example of this Prince of Cups reverse. I saw her crying on, I think it was a stream or something, talking about the way immigrants are being treated. I just saw that recently. So you're going to see a lot more of that. Some people are going to be angry. Some people are going to be very sad. Some people are going to be depressed about it. Some people who are getting paid, that 1% is going to be ecstatic about it, though. Look at that. Interesting. Reversed. Our magician is reversed. So this vibration means that he's not going to be, and that was him. That's him right there. Look at him. Look at him. Him and his buddies. This one right here. So because it's reversed though, I think that relationship between the two of them, that relationship is having some issues. And I did notice that. Which is interesting. So his relationship with his, political allies from the first presidency, there's not that same vibration going on there. I think it's because he doesn't like people trying to puppet him. He doesn't like people trying to, make him do things. And I don't blame him for that. That's actually something I agree with. I don't like people doing that to me either. But in this particular case, that's a big vibe there. Also, we asked about what the American people were going to be doing. The American people, with the magician, this is our magician reversed. It's going to be difficult to make it happen because it's like you're going to be constantly fighting against the next stupid thing that happened. You're going to be constantly writing your congressman, speaking out against things. It's going to be exhausting for the average person, and it's going to be difficult to really like stay informed and stay sane at the same time. So that's going to be a big thing for most Americans. So it's not the worst, but it's exhausting. It's really exhausting. Then I asked about Trump because somebody told me that it is believed that Donald Trump is not going to make it through this presidency, this 4 years, that he may not live. I don't know. So I pulled the cards and I asked, I'm like, what's going on with him? What I see here is that he's deteriorating. He's going to not admit that, and people are going to try to pretend like he's not, because that's a common thing they do with the president, period. Doesn't matter who the president is. If the president is sick, they hide it. At one point, Teddy Roosevelt had a growth in his mouth, and it had to be removed. They did not tell any of the American people. Whenever there's something physically wrong with the president, they generally don't tell the American people. They make up some excuse until the person gets better. He's deteriorating. Look at these cards. All 5 of these cards are reversed. And they're giving us pentacles. This is the princess. This is his daughter too. The Princess of Pentacles reversed. So she's going to know about it and is not going to tell nobody. Of course, I wouldn't either if it's my dad. Look at him. The Prince of Pentacles. He gonna know. He ain't gonna tell nobody. They're all gonna hide this. They're gonna be helping cover it up. They're gonna be doing things for him, and they're gonna be trying to make it seem like there's nothing wrong with him. Now let me see something. We're gonna go inside the book, and I'm gonna try to find out. There's a little guidebook that goes with this, and I'm gonna try and find out who the Prince of Pentacles is. Does it give us his name? Because I swear that looks like his son. Yeah, it is. That's what I thought. It's his daughter and his son. Ain't that something? So we pulled both his kids reversed. So that's both of them covering up his physical condition. Both of them being aware. Both of them helping him cover it up in different ways. So the government is really going to be run by him when he's feeling like it, and his kids and whoever is around him, whatever advisors he gives the reins to. The death card is the outcome. So when a death card comes up, the death card doesn't have to mean death. It could just mean transformation. But when you ask specifically about death and you get the death card, it means that it's possible. The death card is reversed. So that means that he's going to be deteriorating throughout this 4 years. And he may pass over during this 4 years, or he may pass over like after, the toll of this 4 years might be what causes him to pass over, is what this vibration is giving us. This right here, again, notice how many pentacles. This is the job. Eight of Pentacles is the job itself, being president. It's reversed. So the stress and strain of being president is really not good for him. Honestly, it's not good for his health. If I was him, I wouldn't have ran again. I wouldn't have. But he has such an ego. He had to prove that he could do it. He had to take it back from Joe. It was one of those kind of things. It really wasn't about wanting to serve, wanting to help the American people, or even wanting to be president. It was wanting to win. I told y'all he's all about winning. So this job is literally killing him. Straight up. The stress of it, trying to do it at his age. I wouldn't want to be 70 something years old and be the president. That's a job for a young person, 40, 50, at the latest, That's a young person's job, but I often see older people do it. It's not good. When you're at that point in your life, you should be resting on somebody's beach. Seriously. You've paid your dues. Go sit down. Five of Wands here is reversed like this. Again, so this card right here is giving us that same vibration. All the fighting he's doing, the conflicts that he's starting, that's really what it is. It's not so much the job. Like when I say the job, I ain't talking about the paperwork and signing executive orders. I'm talking about the conflicts he starts, the fires that he starts, the way that he handles things, the way he lacks diplomacy. That is what is going to cause him to continue to deteriorate. So will he pass over? It's possible. It's very possible. Or it's just possible that this is what causes him, this presidency, this is what causes him to finally fall apart. Because he's already deteriorating. According to this, he's physically and mentally deteriorating right before our eyes. And some of the times you can tell, because like I said, a lot of things he says are bizarre. And I asked the goddess, the gods, the angels, the ancestors, can y'all help us? Can you please tell us something? I asked for something to help us. This is the Sock Monkey Oracle. I had to get us some hope. Okay? I'm like, can y'all please give us some hope? What can we do? This is awful. Straight up awful. So we're going to take a look and see, what do the Sock Monkeys tell us to do? We need some happiness here. So I'm going to turn. The first one is number 5. Are your dreams so grand that you feel completely overwhelmed and frozen at the thought of pursuing them? You don't have to know all the answers to begin. Start anyway. Don't let the fear of the unknown keep you from reaching for the stars. Climb that tree and look at the grand view. There are many monkeys on the other side of your struggle who need to receive the gift of your dreams' fruition. Make a plan. Start with big goals and break them down into small moving parts. Then all you need to do is take baby steps in the direction of your dream, and you'll be on your way. Set boundaries so that you have time to accomplish all you need to do. Start today. Today, this is so doable. So, the last part, affirmation. I love that I am moving in the direction of my dreams. So this card is basically telling us that what we want to accomplish matters. Wanting to just be okay. To just want to... I feel so heavy right now. This says that what we want, that lightness, the happiness, the American dream, what people really want, it is within our reach. We do matter. And no matter how much you're told that you don't matter, if you're trans, if you're black, if you're a woman, if you're whatever, you're poor, if you're told you don't matter for any reason, you do. It says here to organize, prioritize, set boundaries, and then go for it. So organizing your communities, fight against it. Fight against the things that are priorities, though. Don't lose your momentum because you're trying to fight with everything. Set boundaries for yourself of which you can and cannot engage and when you can and cannot engage. Make plans. Set these big goals, break them down, and then move towards the group's focus. So that makes a lot of good sense. The Sock Monkeys is on point. Okay, Sock Monkeys. The next one here says be there. This card is about being there for other people. It says, be there for your friends, be there for your family. This one is letting us know that we have to comfort each other. We have to help each other. If you see somebody that lost their job because of a discriminatory policy or something like that, then help them, reach out, give them a hug, make them feel better. We're going to have to be there for each other, it says here. Help each other whenever at all possible. So that's another beautiful one. Okay, the sock monkeys are making me feel better. And number 11 it says climb over. So we've hit a brick wall, it says here. No matter, you've got this. Climb over it or go around it. There are bunches of bananas on the other side. Bunches. You are not stuck. This is merely a course correction from the big gorilla in the sky. Think of it as a detour to send you past the swamp and over the alligators and move you simply in the right direction. Besides, monkeys are good at climbing, so scaling this wall will be a breeze. I'll say it again, you've got this. So keep your confidence. Know everything is going to be okay. You've got this. They said this is a temporary setback, and we're going to have to course correct, period. So I like that. We're going to get past the alligators. We're going to get past the swamp. You just got to do your best to go over it or go around it. Affirmation for this says, I love that I am great at always finding a way to achieve my goals. And I didn't read the one for be there. I like be there. Let me see. The affirmation for be there is, I know that I am present. So the sock monkeys are on point. Basically what they're letting us know is do what we can, when we can, how we can, work together, be there for each other, and do what we can to climb over this hurdle. That's what I'm getting from the sock monkeys. And also, one of the cards mentioned fear. Not giving in to the fear, especially collective fear. A lot of people are scared. And it's saying, don't give in to the fear. Be confident that no matter what happens, we're going to be okay. And that is the truth. We made it through the first presidency. Many of us anyway, those of us who didn't pass over from COVID or something like that. But many of us made it through the first presidency. This one, I think, is going to be worse than the first one. But we can still make it through. That's the point. And hopefully after this 4 years is over, we'll be able to clean up this mess and get back on track, because this is setting us back 50 years, people. Seriously. Going from having protections to not having protections, losing rights. This is awful. So hopefully after this time, we'll be able to clean this up. Because Joe Biden, say what you will, nobody's perfect. But Joe Biden came in and tried to, and I believe did in certain ways, clean certain things up. He made some mistakes in his presidency. I could see that. But everybody makes mistakes in their presidency. It's part of being the president. So hopefully the one after Trump can clean up the mess that is left by Trump. That's all we can hope. And we can keep on fighting for the world that we want to be in. I don't want to be in a bigoted world. I don't want to be in a world where I am angry with my fellow man. I don't want to be in a world where I'm constantly dealing with racism, classism, sexism, homophobia, transphobia. I don't want to deal with that. I want to live in a world where we care about each other, where we're there for each other. And even if you're a loner or you're a person who likes to stay to yourself, you're an introvert, I want to see all of us at least be at a place of being able to make it realistically, and being happy in that vibration. I don't want to live in a world where I'm hated or I'm expected to hate other people, period. I don't want to do that. So if that's our dream, we got to take the baby steps to make it there. All right, loves, we're done. And this is QueenAusetHeru. Please come back soon because I got a lot more to say. See you later.